Hello, welcome to another edition of Usagihime's Reviews. Today, let's see, I have what I believe is my my first Kai figure. So I'm gonna open it up and see for sure, but I'm fairly certain that is what is in here. Let me just find the best place to open it. Sorry, my voice has been kind of cloudy all day. Let's see. Where's that coming? Oh, okay. Such a weird box that they put this in. Here we go. Let's see, is that open? Yep, I think that'll do it. I'll know for sure in a second. Yep. So this is a figure I've been looking forward to having for a while. Let me just shake it out from the other angle. The hell did they use to pack this? Looks like a shoe box that they cut the hell up. Weird. Anyway, paper towels. That's a different way that I haven't seen yet. We have Play Arts Final Fantasy XIII-2 Lightning Kai figure. I've been hoping to get this since I first saw her, and I thought I had actually received her a while ago when I ordered while Hastings was having a sale, but they waited about a week or two to tell me that, oh, by the way, your figure is not in stock anymore, so we're canceling your order. I'm like, well, thank you for, you know, not knowing that in advance and getting me all excited and wasting my freaking time. But at last she has arrived, and that's what the bottom of the box looks like. It says online purchases available in Japan, USA, all sorts of different countries. And of course, as most Kai boxes do, you can open this, you can peruse the figure inside. And I got this stateside from Amazon, probably one of the cheaper deals that I saw. Someone in Ohio sent it, so I love her knight look. I've loved it since they started previewing the video game, actually. Her little armor, and then of course her skirt, which is made up of feathers on the side. Over here it says, she spent years fighting her destiny. With courage in her heart, she faced the false gods who ruled over people for centuries. Her unfaltering determination changed the world. The gods were vanquished, their plans to massacre the human race destroyed. As Cocoon fell, which is the world that they lived on, a single pillar formed, connecting the ravaged world to the one below, Pulse, the underworld. Cocoon was like a moon to Pulse, so the smaller world that was in the sky thought that they were better than the regular land, because they didn't have to worry about having to do anything for themselves, or fighting all the monsters down below. But in a way she ruined that in the first game, but they also actually brought free will to the people, because the people before did not have free will. Let's see, so she brought down the connecting the ravaged world to the one below, Pulse, the underworld. It was the beginning of a new era. However, she was nowhere to be found. Everyone was convinced she was gone, with the exception of her sister, Sarah Farron. 3 years later, a single meteorite falls from the sky. As spatial distortions are created, bloodthirsty monsters appears. threatening the peaceful existence of the town people. In the midst of this chaos, Sarah is rescued by a young man by the name of Noel, a hunter from the future. He appears in front of her with a message. "Come with me across the boundaries of time," he says. "Your sister is waiting. She is Lightning, protector of the goddess who rules the realm of death and chaos. She is Sarah's sister, her heroine, her savior. I need to see my sister again." Grabbing her weapon, Sarah heads out on a journey as she takes her first step into a new, unknown future. And there she is, Lightning. She's probably one of my more favorite Final Fantasy heroines that they have. I also love Aerith and Dagger / Princess Garnet from Final Fantasy IX. But I'll be right back, and she'll be open, and you can see her. Alright, and Lightning is free. It's pretty easy to get out of the box. Switching out her hands, not so much. I think I have to just get used to messing with these kind of figures. But I put her in a nice little pose for the picture, and outside of that, as you notice, her weapon kind of lies dully in her hand, but she has a lot of articulation. Her shield, of course, has a little clip on the inside, so it can rest around her wrist, and it's on a little ball joint, so you can move it any which way inside, and it will go. See if she stands without me holding her. The shield is nice and shiny, of course, and I believe it goes this way, would be my guess. Of course, there's the inside again. Her extra hands. That's the hand I took off already. She had both hands clenched initially, but I switched her out on the right so she could hold her weapon. And of course there's her left hand. The thing coming at you. Anyway. So there's her sword, which is very cool. A lot different than from the first game, where her sword was also a gun, so it would change from one to the other. This one I don't think has that ability, and quite frankly I'm too scared to really try and do too much with it. There's a bit of a paint splotch there, but overall it looks decent. There's silver there. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be or not. It's not quite the same on both sides, but it's there. Of course the top looks like a shield or a piece of armor as well. And you know, I'm not quite sure exactly where she's supposed to hold it for sure. There are little instructions in the box in Japanese, of course, but keyword Japanese. And of course, as you can see, looks possible that her armor might come off her arms. Now the hand did not come off just like that, unfortunately. Gave me a little more trouble than that. I thought it would be easy, and it did not want to be. So this hand is all set on the joint, as you can see, but this one didn't want to pull apart from this ball joint right here, and so it kind of popped a little bit. Popped with the ball joint attached, which kind of annoys me, so there's it in half, and of course the other half is in there. Now her hands actually stand up, Lightning. Good girl. The hands actually come from a little joint inside, so the fact that it came apart is pretty annoying. But I was trying to be nice, and it did not want to come off easily. So as you can see, her wrist moves up and down, back and forth. You know, I don't want to break the other side, but she has articulation right up here and at the shoulder, of course, so she can wave her arms all over. She doesn't really have waist movement, you could say, but it's more kind of down here where it's hidden. And as you can see, all around it is, oops, sorry, I'm using a different stand for my camera. So it's down where it's hidden that she can move her waist. Of course, her upper body doesn't really have much movement. There's no upper torso ability on her. And let's see, her head, of course, back and forth. These kind of move a little bit, as you can see. I felt that when I was pulling her out of the box. She's all armored up. Like I said, I'm not sure if this pops off. I'm sure it probably does, but as I stated, I don't really want to fight too much with her anymore past what I did with her hand. As you can see, her little feathers are very loose plastic. It's not hard at all, so she can have a lot of mobility with that. And of course, her legs, you can stretch her out all kinds. Not as easily on the other side, of course, but that's because her skirt's in the way. But it is possible. And the knees bend. She doesn't have as much angular movement. I mean, if you do get her to move, obviously you have to be a little careful of all her bits and pieces. And of course the ankle pivots as well. Now I don't think I could be wrong here, and I don't want to bust another joint, but no, it does turn. But there she is. If I think they have like little stands for them that can hold them in the air and put them in all sorts of little positions. I thought she came with one. Obviously she does not. So apparently that is something that I will need to find and hopefully get for her. But that is my Lightning. I have longed to get her ever since I saw her earlier, I think maybe last year or this year. I'd hoped at NondesCon to get her, but apparently she's too old for any of us to carry her. She'd barely been out like a year or so. Well, that was 2 years ago is what they told me, and I'm like, well, fuck you then. Obviously you don't get my money. So I instead found her on Amazon, and of course avoided a lot of the knockoffs on eBay. But I hope you enjoyed Lightning as much as I do, and hopefully I'll fix her hand again. You know, no toy is perfect, so. But she is pretty, that is for sure. And her weapon. And thanks for watching. That is what a Kai figure looks like. Hope you enjoy. And if you can find a Kai figure of your own, please try to. I know they're a bit expensive, but the quality of the sculpt, at least, and the articulation is very 100% worth it. And Lightning's handless body says, see ya later. Thanks for watching. Bye.